Would you guys rather move to the Netherlands or Germany? That is the question. Or at least that was the question 10 minutes ago when I did this original reaction with Amy on her channel, American Girl Reacts. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to bring it over to my audience because you never know. Some of you probably haven't seen it yet. Some of you might have. But, for the ones that haven't, now you can. So, anyways, here it is. Original reaction from her channel brought over to mine for you with me and her in it. All right, enjoy.
We will be reacting to should you move to Germany or the Netherlands?
Or the Netherlands.
He wants to move to the Netherlands. I want to move to Germany, so.
And they're similar in a lot of ways, anyways, I think.
They are.
If you hear any background noise, our little one's over here running around playing. So
He looks.
he looks like a dork. All right. So, anyways, the original channel is called Hello Erica. So I guess if you're watching, Erica, hello.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. And we'll have the link to the original video in the description section.
Yes.
Down there somewhere. And yeah. So let's find out.
Let's do it.
Should you move to Germany or the Netherlands?
Germany or the Netherlands? What's the difference and which one is better? Compared to some other Western European countries, the cost of living in Germany is actually relatively cheap. But of course it differs if you live in big cities or more rural areas. The southern and western part of Germany is more expensive than the northern and eastern. However, you need to keep in mind that taxes will take a big part of your paycheck. And as you earn more money, you need to pay more taxes. The cost of living in the Netherlands is higher. Although you can save up on food and utilities, a significant portion of your paycheck will go towards housing, especially if you live in larger Dutch cities. The lack of
I have heard that the cost of living is a little higher than a lot of other countries. But when you think about like a lot of the benefits that you actually get out of it, though, in the
And they pay their people
the security,
pretty good
yeah, they take care of their
be
country.
able to have that kind of lifestyle. So
the infrastructure is definitely a lot better than what we have here.
Hey, look.
Oh yeah, Holland.
Coincidentally.
Yeah, got it from one of the
Cool.
viewers. Shout out to you.
new housing drove the rents up. Nevertheless, with cycling being the most popular form of transport, you won't be spending a lot of money on public transportation. Even though at first glance the Dutch income taxes seem lower than those in Germany, the contribution to health insurance and pension is not deducted from your wages via payroll tax, so you need to keep in mind that extra cost. However, if you're a high-earning expat, you can take advantage of the Dutch tax reduction scheme known as 30 ruling. If your wage
Now, do you think is she Dutch or is she German?
Ooh, I
feel
think
like
she's German.
I feel like she has a Dutch accent. Because Dutch, I feel like they have.
Baby, how about you go in your room? Okay. Give mommy and daddy like 15 minutes.
All right, you go watch Blippi.
Yeah. Blippi. Here's your piggy. I love you. See you in a little bit.
All right, little guy. We'll see you in a little bit. So yeah, so Dutch people, they're very good at speaking English, right? So like out of all the non-English speaking countries, they have the best English speaking capabilities or whatever, or the highest amount of English speaking people. So a lot of times,
So just hearing you do your Dutch lessons, she sounds German to me. So I don't know. It doesn't sound like.
yeah, but I don't have a Dutch accent. I have a Midwest American accent.
Right, but she's.
Not pronouncing the Dutch words correctly.
Push play.
Plus, she's not even speaking Dutch or
She's
German. She's
not,
speaking English.
But you would think that she would have like some sort of like. I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I feel like German has more of like that harsh, throaty sound. Like they're always trying to clear their throat. They say that about Dutch too,
I was like, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's
does
funny.
exceed the predefined limit or you're an in-demand profession, 30% of your income can be free of tax.
Free of
Are
tax.
you a man who is a member of the Latter-day Saints
That's nice.
community who is also silently suffering
Or skip that ad. Don't skip her ads though.
When it comes to tuition fees, hands down Germany is the place to be. Generally, public universities in Germany charge very low tuition fees for EU and non-EU students. In the Netherlands, higher education has tuition fees for Dutch, EU and non-EU students, But when it comes to choosing a study based on your liking, in the Netherlands there are more possibilities in English.
More possibilities.
In both countries, it is mandatory to have health insurance. In the Netherlands, you have to get...
Adding to that,
Don't you have to have it here too?
what?
Health insurance? Is it like mandatory, or is it like they're trying to make it mandatory?
Well, they're trying to cut a lot of people off of the state Medicaid.
Yeah, the Medicaid, because they spend too much money. They want to save money.
Backtrack a little bit with the college thing. That's what I don't get about America is like it costs so much that a lot of people here don't have like a college degree. I mean,
I know.
For me, thank God.
I didn't even
because
finish.
I would be in more debt than I already am.
I didn't even finish high school, guys. I'm sorry. Good thing I do YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't have to be smart to do YouTube. There's a lot of dummies out there.
within 4 months. But in Germany, there's no set time limit since they already expect you to have it. So I would say 30 days after you registered. If you're employed by a company in Germany, your health insurance will be deducted from your paycheck. Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, you are responsible to find and pay health insurance on your own. And the minimum baseline for the health insurance is around 125 euros. However, in the Netherlands, if you earn below a certain amount, you can apply for a health insurance allowance supported by the government.
So that's similar to here. You know, if you make less than a certain amount, you can get like the state health care.
Yeah.
And so they said in Germany that you have to like it's took out of your check and stuff, right? But in the Netherlands, you just got to get it yourself. It's probably not much of a money difference. It's just like more of a convenience. Like it's nice, you know, they take it out of your check, you don't have to worry about it. But then again,
well, that's what they do here. I mean,
right,
you could get health insurance, dental and vision, and you could buy it in like a combo pack or like a family one or a single.
But I feel like the downfall with that is when you go through a company and you have to have it through them.
Yeah.
You don't have an option.
Right.
You get whatever plan they give you.
Yeah, because then if that company offers insurance and you don't take it, you're not going to be able to apply for the state. For the
right,
know,
and I think you can get insurance elsewhere, but it'll cost more if you don't go through. Because they make it here where like, if you get it on your own without going to a company, it's going to cost you like twice as much.
Yeah.
I don't know about in other countries, Germany or whatever. I don't know how that is. Is it cheaper over there? If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah.
If they take it out of your check automatically, does that make it cheaper than like in the Netherlands where you have to just like go find it yourself? But see, the thing with finding it yourself, though, I feel like you can actually do some comparison shopping. Maybe one company or one insurance company or whatever has a better plan or a better deal.
Right.
That's going to fit your family or whatever better. You know what I mean? So I think on
that goes for like everything, like house insurance and car insurance.
Like a toss up between like.
Yeah, you could.
Convenience or like options.
Yeah.
Job opportunities. See what they got over there.
In both cases, it is very possible to get a minimum wage job without knowing the language. Usually it's in a service industry like a cafe or a McDonald's.
Especially if you know English.
Unless we're talking about giant cities like Berlin and Amsterdam, it is quite difficult to find a career-based job. You will most likely be required to know the language, especially in Germany.
Not Amsterdam. I've heard a lot of comments. In Amsterdam, and it frustrates the Dutch people. They'll go in, not all of them, but like, they'll go in somewhere and they can't, like a lot of people can't speak Dutch that work there. They only speak English. Which I guess it doesn't frustrate them, but it's kind of like, if the person's not as good at English and then they have to speak Dutch and then you go in there and they only speak English, it makes it confusing.
Actually, that made it really hard for me. The last two factory jobs that I had, main people were Spanish. And if you didn't know Spanish...
Mexican. They speak... Yeah, Spanish would be from Spain.
Oh.
Yeah, the country Spain would be technically Spanish.
Okay, so...
Spaniards or whatever. And then Mexican, the country from...
Yeah,
they would be Mexicans, but they speak Spanish. Yeah.
Their language, you were at a disadvantage for sure. Because,
right.
I mean, first of all, it's super duper loud, so you really can't hear. And then you have to, try to decipher what they're saying.
You got the earplugs in.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, man, I wish I would have done Spanish in high school. Like, it was way too hard for me, and I was like, I'm not doing it.
And if you don't understand it, they're speaking, it sounds really fast to us because we're not used to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just sounds like one long word. Culture and lifestyle. Well, we know what the Amsterdam culture's like.
Got the serious stuff out of the way, let's talk about culture and lifestyle. In some ways, German and Dutch culture are similar to one another. They love beer and techno music, are not overly friendly, and they hate being compared to each other. Both Germans and Dutch are keen on being direct in their communication. They say what's on their mind without dancing around the subject or protecting someone's feelings.
Makes it easier.
Both countries are punctual when it comes to appointments, so being late to one will disrespect them and hurt their feelings.
She runs late.
I don't know how.
I think your camera has a better skin tone than what my settings are on right now. I'm going to have to adjust that.
I just have a better skin tone.
No, see, look, my face looks nicer in your camera than it does mine.
Well, thank you.
Maybe it's the lighting, actually, because I'm like right here by the... Yeah, because when I do this and block the light, it looks a little nicer. Sorry, a little off topic, guys.
Play, unless you mention it beforehand. Germans are big fans of not only carrying their cash around, but also doing paperwork. Even though many things now are being digitalized,
They love their
you'll still
paperwork.
receive a couple of snail mails that you'll need to send back. And in
Can't
the
relate.
Netherlands, it's the complete opposite. They love carrying their credit cards around and having online forms. Germans are more formal and reserved, but they do have a friendly side to them when you get to know them. The big challenge of the German culture is the language.
Oh, that looks
Many
cool.
young Germans understand and speak English, but the rest is not a big fan of the foreign language. So you might encounter some where in Germany you should speak German.
Yeah.
And so all the movies in the cinemas are dubbed in German. But if you still want to see the movie in the language, I would recommend going the first week of the release or finding a smaller cinema.
So I was letting her finish saying what she was saying. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You go ahead.
Forgot what I was going to say, actually.
I did too. I didn't want to be.
We're not good at this, guys. But you know what? Real reactions right here. We go back and refresh our memory. Oh, the where in Germany you speak. Yeah, so
Oh my.
for somebody that's it's going to be a lot easier to get around in the Netherlands because they speak so much English and they love to speak English. But I was going to say, like, Dutch people actually prefer to speak English than Dutch when they're talking to an English speaking person that don't speak Dutch. So if I was to go to the Netherlands, unless it's somebody that's like trying to help me learn, because I don't know if you know or not, but trying to learn how to speak Dutch, right, on Duolingo. So yeah, obviously if they're trying to help me learn the language, they're going to be wanting to speak to me in Dutch. But if I go over there and I'm just in the random public talking to people, knowing like broken Dutch, not very good at it, right? The Dutch person that is good at English, the majority of the time is going to prefer and try to steer and direct the conversation back to English because they don't want to just, it's just hurtful to watch somebody struggle. And they're like, come on, I know English better than, because they're efficient people. Why are we going to wait 20 minutes trying to understand each other when I know English good enough? English is your first language. So just,
Talk to me.
But then it annoys the people that's wanting to practice Dutch because you can't find nobody to practice Dutch with because the Dutch people will always want to talk English because it's faster to get the point across. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and I get that in the comments all the time.
They don't beat around the bush. They just...
Right, exactly. So
All about
and that's
business.
efficient. Get what you want to get done as fast as possible. Why waste time? You only got so much time. Time is a commodity that you will never get back.
Right.
You can replace money. You can replace walls if they burn down. You're not replacing time unless you find a time machine, and that's not happening.
In that case...
Anytime soon. But
Yeah.
unless, maybe. Mandela effect, who knows? Bringing a little bit of different atmosphere to your channel, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait.
And so all the movies in the cinemas are dubbed in German. But if you still want to see the movie in the
Okay, my SD
language,
card.
I would recommend going the first week of the release or finding a smaller cinema.
Is my SD card running out of
Not
space?
only 90% of Dutch people speak English, they seem less formal and more open-minded. But they are very tall and sometimes think highly of themselves and their country.
I'm very
Plus,
tall, too.
a big part of Dutch
Are
culture
you?
are bikes. There are
Yeah.
bicycle roads everywhere, and the law
I'm 193 centimeters. I think it is. 6'4".
Is that tall?
I don't know, but my SD card might be doing
I
something
don't
weird.
think it is.
No, I got a countdown. There's like there's an error. We may finish with your camera. We may just angle it towards me if this dies.
Okay.
I don't understand. I got a countdown. I got like 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know what it's doing here.
Puts bikes above cars and people. So if you get run over by a bike, it's most likely your fault.
Yeah.
Weed has been around since 1976, so it is a big part of tourist culture, especially in Amsterdam. But when it comes to the locals, they don't really care. Some smoke weed, some tried it once, and some
Right.
never even tried
Like,
it.
why make a big deal about it, you know?
I like
When
that.
it comes to language learning, Dutch is easier to learn because of its simpler grammar, and it is lexically more similar to English than German. But when it comes to practicing the language, you will find it more difficult with Dutch, as most
Oh,
Dutch
really?
people will switch to English,
Oh.
German, or French if they notice you have an accent or just difficulty expressing yourself.
I told you. Exactly.
Did you watch this?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I think it actually just came out recently.
This is
Or no, it didn't.
I
It came
love
out a
her
couple
glasses.
months ago. I've been wanting to
Both
do
countries
this.
have 4 seasons and are more on the chillier side. Germany is quite big, so up north you'll find it more rainy and windy, and down south
It's still not as big as America. No, but honestly, our country's too big. We just have like a bunch of empty space in the middle that nobody goes to.
Yeah.
The desert. Nobody wants to be in the desert. It's not as, I mean, so when you think about it, like where people live, it's, if you take away all the empty spots, you know, it'd probably be the same size as Germany. They don't have wasted land. They don't have like just nothingness, you know. Uh-oh. That Duolingo owl's getting me.
is more cold and moderately snowy with mild to warm summers. When it comes to the Netherlands, they have mild winters and warm summers. But the rain comes all year round.
Yeah, it
Which
rains
is
a lot there.
important because most likely you will be biking all year round. Moreover, Dutch weather is known for being completely unpredictable. One moment it's raining cats and dogs, then it's sunny, then it's raining again, it's sunny, it's hailing, and then it's sunny again. In both countries, when the sun finally decides to shine,
That's how it is in America, but I feel like it's just like that could be an all one day. I feel like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's rained.
I feel like it's
And
more
snowed.
It is a lot. Indiana is
and-
pretty crazy with the weather because we have the Great
Yeah.
Lakes.
Yeah,
And it comes down across the lake and it like messes with stuff.
yeah.
So it's very similar because like they have the ocean or the sea, and then the wind's coming across the ocean
In other
and then
words,
hitting them. Yeah, we have the wind coming across the Great Lake, Lake Michigan or whatever,
right?
hitting the top of Indiana.
Yeah.
all the people
Yeah,
come
40
out to
seconds on
absorb the
this.
sunny rays. As mentioned before, Germany is very big, so there's lots to explore and discover. All the big cities, the Bavarian Alps, the North and the Baltic Sea,
Very diverse.
and a grand amount of castles and palaces. The disadvantage is that these locations can be quite far away from each other, so it will take a while to get there. Cars are very beloved in Germany when it comes to long distance travel. But trains are a great option too, unless they're late or cancelled, which happens quite often. But personally, when it comes to aesthetics, I think the Netherlands win this category. Mostly because of the cute houses and canals.
Just looks great.
The country is significantly smaller, but there are many beautiful cities to discover. Plus, they're also very well known for their tulip fields. And even though Dutch people often complain about their trains, they are very reliable and it won't take you too long to get to your desired destination.
I think I could get used to that.
And lastly, each country has their own famous amusement park. Efteling for the Netherlands and Europark for
Oh my
Germany.
gosh.
Yeah,
Efteling.
she's German.
So if
You know how I could tell she's German? Because I don't think a Dutch person would mispronounce Efteling. Which I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but she didn't listen. I don't think. Oh, wait.
I knew she was German from the beginning.
Right, but I think you're right.
Each country has their own famous amusement park. Efteling for the Netherlands and
Efteling.
Europark
She's
for
adding an
Germany.
E.
Yeah.
That's not how a Dutch person would pronounce that. I
So-
could be wrong.
I will say, I will put it up here for you guys if you want to go watch it next. But I do have a couple videos that
Oh.
I reacted to on my American Girl Reacts channel, which is
Yeah.
this channel here.
Tiny.
So yeah, you'll have to go check them out.
I did some on. They're gone. 400 some videos are gone. If anybody from YouTube's watching this, fix my shit. But yeah, I did some Efteling stuff. We did some stuff together actually on
Yeah,
my channel.
that was really interesting.
Very, very cool looking
Yeah.
theme park.
Both Germans and Dutch are very keen on meat and
Food.
potatoes. But personally, I think Germany wins this category.
Yeah, Germany.
To my
wins
surprise,
for the
Germany
food
has
category.
way more variety than their stereotypical beer and sausages. Starting from my beloved bakeries,
It
But
looks
they don't
so
have
good.
big dumplings, Turkish food, many interesting desserts, and so on.
There's Turkish
And
food
they
in
have
the
a great
Netherlands.
sushi selection in some of the grocery stores. Compared to the Netherlands, they love their fried food. Be it bitterballen
Oh, I mean fried
or
food.
croquettes or noodles fried in a disc.
Oh, I love me some
However,
fried
they
food.
do have great cheese and delicious treats,
That is true.
like stroopwafels and kruidnoten,
Yep.
but they also
She said stroopwafels. They're pronounced stroopwafels.
Stroopwafels.
I don't even think she's German. I don't think she has a German accent. I really don't. That's why I was thinking Dutch. But now I'm certainly not thinking Dutch at all. She's mispronouncing too many things that I know a Dutch person wouldn't mispronounce. They're famous for it, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't think she has that German. But I could be wrong. Maybe she's French or like English. No, she's not English. I don't know.
eat sprinkles for breakfast, so
Haggis.
both countries
We still
also
have some
embrace
somewhere.
vegetarianism and veganism by having a wide choice of alternatives in the supermarkets. But the one thing that stands out in the Netherlands is their amount of pre-made food in the grocery stores. A wide range of pre-made salads and noodles, and also pre-cut potatoes or salad,
Probably costs
which
more,
is
though.
maybe a bit too much, but
Well,
it's pretty convenient.
their food's cheaper than ours anyways,
Ultimately,
though.
there's no right or wrong country. It ultimately depends on your preferences. I went to study in the Netherlands because it was the only university I applied to and that accepted me.
Yep, she's not familiar.
Both countries have lots to offer, and if you want to learn more, consider checking out my other videos like this one
She said
or
she
this
went
one.
to study in the Netherlands.
So yeah,
But she does videos on the Netherlands, cost of living in the Netherlands. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe.
Awesome.
Cost of living in the Netherlands and cost of living in Germany. Those ones would be good videos to react to as well.
Yeah,
I might add
so
them to our list.
what's everybody's thoughts? Please let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, because we can't hear you right now.
Yeah.
You can yell at your TV though if you want.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better.
That was a good video.
I mean-
I've never seen any of her videos.
No, I haven't. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and check out the About section. I'm going to go to her channel and find out if it says where she's actually from. Nope, it just says, oh, yeah, Germany. But then again, the channel's based in Germany. It doesn't mean she's German. It's just closerly, I mean, it's pointing more towards.
He doesn't want to be wrong.
Hi.
Have a good day, guys.
All right,
I'll talk
take
to you
care.
later.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a super fun, awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.